Welcome everyone to the Side Draft Podcast. Welcome to another Xfinity Series race review. Today, a lot of action. Bristol Motor Speedway, like it always is, never disappoints. I got to see a lot of the leaders get involved in some incidents.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of strong contenders took out a race. I mean, it's just Bristol's just eating up a lot of cars again.
Yeah, so start off the weekend. We had Austin Cindric on the poles. Coming off those two wins, coming here and getting the pole. Had the pole last week as well, and
he going on a tear, ain't
he? Yeah, didn't quite get the win today, but a strong run.
Yeah, they did. Get a top 5, so it's pretty cool.
Then early on, Kyle Busch would take the lead. Tyler Reddick, he would fail inspection, I believe, 5 times or 4 times, passed on the 5th time. And he would have to do a pass-through penalty at the beginning of the race. But he got very lucky with Mason Diaz spinning. First couple laps, he got the free pass. And if it wasn't for that caution there, I mean, that could have been a long night for Tyler Reddick.
Yeah, I thought, if he can get a caution early on, he'd probably be okay, which he did. So sometimes it's good to be lucky.
And Kyle Busch would lead on the next restart. Would have a caution with Erik Jones, Christopher Bell, Cole Custer, and Joey Logano, and that's all contenders for the race. I mean, we looked through practice sessions. It was like Erik Jones seems to be the one to beat. Had the worst luck on luck of the draw, I think. Him and Joey Logano. When it comes to the qualifying, they kind of qualified in the back or mid-pack. And Christopher Bell, Cole Custer battling for a position, and lap car got in the way, and Cole Custer's just a little bit too aggressive there, trying to keep Bell behind him, and that took out a lot of good cars.
Yeah, sometimes lap cars, they're at Bristol either in the way or in somebody's way, so it's you never can get out of the way, and when somebody's trying to make some moves and it happens, and took out a lot of good cars and a lot of Cup drivers.
Yeah, I mean, that took out all the Cup drivers besides Kyle Busch
and half of the big 3.
Yeah.
Well, 2/3 of it.
Yeah, then that's when Tyler Reddick's like, oh man, big 3's won almost all year.
I better step up.
It's my turn, So Kyle Busch would lead on the next restart. Caution for John Hunter Nemechek, could have a flat tire. It just spinning around caused a caution, which I think it's the smart thing to do, because if you don't spin it around, you're gonna go a couple laps down.
Yeah.
But he was able to limp it around there. And Justin Allgaier would get to lead on the next restart. So we thought maybe Kyle Busch would run away with it. But Justin Allgaier was keeping him honest.
Yeah, Justin, he's come along pretty strong, and he's always aggressive on restarts, and he has some really strong cars in that.
And then caution for debris. Justin Allgaier lead again. And then so Kyle Busch, I believe, pitted on that caution prior, so that would be how Allgaier and Reddick would stay up there. But Reddick would try to take the lead on Allgaier, and got a little loose, got into Allgaier, and Reddick would spin, and that would allow Brandon Jones to win stage 1. So it's like you don't want to lead here.
Yeah, something about the lead. It just something happens all the time, and it's the grip levels changes all the time at Bristol, so it wasn't quite what we saw in the trucks. They just had one groove on the bottom, and like the Xfinity started migrating towards the top.
Yeah, and the trucks, the top line never came in. People tried it, just didn't work. And then for the Xfinity Series, I mean, at first it didn't work, and then eventually that became the only place to be. So we'll see how the Cup race handles.
Yeah.
So Kyle Busch lead on the restart starting stage 2. Then Bassett would spin, almost collecting Kyle Busch. That was a very close call. And then next thing up would be Jeb Burton. He would blow an engine, strong run all night, and his day would end, unfortunately.
Yeah, he had a really strong run. You always hate to see a good running car like that just blow an engine or something. So.
Then Kyle Busch would lead. Justin Allgaier, Tyler Reddick would be chasing him, catching him maybe little by little because of the lap traffic. And we saw some smoke coming out of Kyle Busch's car, and I wasn't sure if that was a tire rub. And at first I thought it was. When he got the stage caution, I was like, yeah, he's pretty much saved with that caution. But it turns out it was coming from the exhaust, and his engine blew up. So something broke on the car there last couple laps, and maybe just because dodging and weaving some lap cars, and nothing you can really do there.
Yeah, I thought he got in the wall, might have had a tire rub, but because you didn't really see a whole lot until you went into the turns some. But when the stage ended, I could see where the exhaust was, and just come more up towards the door there. I was like, that looked good. And then it come on radio, so I'm going to the garage.
Yeah, I mean, just got the stage win, and playoff points mean nothing to him. He's just, maybe for championship, for car owner points, but when it comes to driver points, it means nothing to him.
Yeah.
That's kind of just like his, like you said on the radio, just his victory lap there for winning the stage.
Like we said in our Fast Picks video, I think the only one to beat Kyle Busch was himself, and his car kind of took itself out.
Yeah. This time the car said, "Oh wait, there's one more person that could beat Kyle Busch, and that's me." But yeah, it was an unfortunate ending, and I don't think we got an iconic GIF this time, because last year we had the iconic angry Kyle Busch GIF. I don't think we had anything like that this time, unfortunately.
Yeah, when the engine gives up, ain't much you can say or do. Just like, well, that's it.
It was no driver error. What nothing you could have done. It's just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, he did all he could, and he led a bunch of laps and ran a good race, and just couldn't last.
Now everybody's thinking, I have a chance. I can do this now. The very talented Cup guy's not in this. So
yeah, everybody else is like, hey, we can step up now. We can get a good finish. So.
Which maybe brings the question: should the Cup guys run all races but have to quit in stage 2? That'd be crazy.
That'd be interesting.
I don't think they would like that, but
yeah, I don't think if I was a Cup driver going into Xfinity Series, I'd be too happy about running that, and I don't think the teams would be really happy about that.
That'd be funny though.
Could you run 2 stages for us?
Then maybe get another development driver. That would be interesting, but I don't think they should go that way. But brings up an interesting question there. But Tyler Reddick and Austin Cindric would lead. Justin Allgaier, awesome restart. Brings it almost 3 wide and just splits the middle, takes the lead, and takes off. He has a rocket out there.
He made some crazy moves. I didn't think they would really, really stick, but he made it work, and I'm like, wow, he's really aggressive on his restarts, and when it's go time, he goes.
Yeah, hadn't won a race yet this season, and he was wanting to show that he still got it, he can still do it. He proved that to us tonight, and unfortunately it didn't work out for him in the long run, but showed that he had speed, at least at Bristol. So we'll see how that goes throughout the next couple of races. Go to a race he's pretty strong at next week, but he's going to have to get through Austin Cindric. Yeah,
Austin Cindric's very good now at the road courses, and I think he's the cream of the crop right now on those.
And then Tyler Reddick would close up on Justin Allgaier just a bit. He's a little bit better on the longer runs. And then would have a caution from Michael Annett. So far, that's 2 Junior Motorsports cars out of the race, pretty much. I
believe Annett, he just got loose up there. He got a little on the high line and just lost it and spun around.
And then Allgaier would lead. Ryan Sieg would be in second. Sieg, he was in the wall. Something broke on the car later in that run, so it looked to be like Ryan Sieg was going to get a solid top 5 at least, or solid top 10. but that would end his day pretty much. But no caution up until we'd have the caution for the 52. They would spin around, and that sets up, I believe, it was 20 to go at that point. Justin Allgaier would be leading. He had the best short run car. Looked to be like it was his night, and looked like he was going to win. And had a flat tire. Of all things that happened, if it wasn't for that last caution, I think he would have just, cruised on. I'm not sure if the tire would have had any effect, but really unfortunate for him. Having that dominant night, finally gets to, show him what he's got, but then the tire just ends his day.
Yeah, I mean, he's had some strong runs, but he just couldn't ever, get the finish he wants. It seems like this year he just can't get that monkey off his back.
Yeah, so we'll see if he can keep his head held high and go on to the next couple of weeks. I think Darlington, that's the one I think he's going to go and perform at, but of course we got more Cup guys there as well, so I believe Denny Hamlin and Ryan Blaney, that's the two running in that one. So he's got to get through those guys, but I think that's the one he's going to really perform at. Well, like I said, look out for next week. It could be him versus Austin Cindric.
Yeah.
But with that, someone has to win, and then Tyler Reddick, pretty much the second best, maybe even equal with Justin Allgaier, and he would get the lead. Chase Briscoe battled it out with him just a little bit there, and it ended up being Tyler Reddick getting the win.
Yeah, I thought Chase might have a good shot, but he didn't be strong enough for Tyler Reddick.
Yeah, so congratulations to Tyler Reddick and RCR. I mean, saying through all the practice, the guys up in the booth was talking about, the big threes kind of pulled, or the other two in the big threes kind of pulled away from Tyler Reddick. Reddick hadn't won since Michigan, I believe, in the first Michigan. And, Cole Custer and Christopher Bell, they've just been, bringing these wins, week after week. And then we haven't really seen anything from Tyler Reddick. Well, today you've heard something from Tyler Reddick.
Yeah, because Olas got knocked out. So.
He went from 2 laps down to just winning the race. So, pretty awesome night by him.
And there's some drivers not usually seen in the top 10. You had Jeremy Clements finish 4th. That's a good finish for him. He ran a good race all night and come home, had a good finish. And then we had Greg Gaudian in 6th, Timmy Hill in 7th, and Landon Castle finished 10th.
Wow, so a lot of great runs by these guys. I mean, that is able to take advantage of some of the misfortunes of some of these other guys, but they was able to run their race and keep it clean, and really awesome that they was able to get some solid top 10s, top 5s.
Yeah, because when the big three and some of these big name drivers get took out, you got to step up, and they did, and it was good for them, and it's glad to see them with a good top 10.
And before you go, we want to give a big shout out to Austin Ripp for finding Dale Jr. in the thumbnail for the Truck Series race at Bristol. That video did super well. I mean, it just blows me away of how much support that one got. So hopefully this one does just as well.
Yeah.
We'll have to stay tuned in that. But thank you all for watching that video, and just really appreciate it.
Yeah, I hope y'all continue watching this, and we'll try to do our best.
Yeah, so anyways, that was our Xfinity Series race review. Stay tuned tomorrow for our Cup Series race review. Pretty sure it's going to be just as fun as these two races. I think right now the Truck Series, that's kind of the best race of the weekend. But Xfinity is a close second.
Yeah, there's a lot of, trucks really had a hard, just one lane, hard to pass, and Xfinity, they got a couple different grooves, and both races is really good.
Yeah, so let's hope the trend continues and we see some good Cup racing, which I'm pretty sure we will. A lot of great talented guys racing that is super good at Bristol. I mean, he got Kyle Busch, Eric Jones. He's shown a lot of speed. Ryan Blaney's up there in the speed charts. Joe Logano, and so far Matt DiBenedetto. I mean, after the news coming out that he will not be returning to that team, well, he goes to Bristol and first and final practice, and I believe he had a good qualifying run. So.
Yeah.
Just look out for him. You never know. I mean, if it's not a win, I believe it's going to be a top 5. So that's a good opportunity to write either a win, top 5, top 10 on his resume. Maybe get the attention some of these other teams that maybe won't have a driver for their car next year and want to find a good driver. And that's a good way to get your resume out there.
Yeah, maybe they give a chance to showcase his talent, and maybe some other teams to see it and want to hire him for next year.
Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, we'll see you tomorrow for our Cup Series race review. I hope you find Dale Jr. in the thumbnail. Comment below where he is. And we'll see you tomorrow for our Cup Series race review.